you're at disadvantage because you're under a bunch of people. Yeah. No, you're kind of muffled.
Get a wiggling.
Trying to twerk, but it's not going too well.
I walk up and help them get out of the thing. Like move the monster and help you and Vulture stand up.
I'm not hearing screams, so I'm just gonna walk back and check how are they doing up there.
I think we're looting the bodies. That's what we're doing. Is there any loot?
Cool.
Yep, I start ripping off the spiked armor.
Is Voltar sticky?
Is Voltar still sticky? Yeah, he's still covered in purple goo, as is Hugh.
I try and hold him where he's
You
not
clean
sticky.
me off with your tongue.
I start licking Voltar.
Okay, lads.
I just
can
literally
save that
walk
for-
onto that side, and I'm like,
What are you
okay.
guys doing in here?
Okay.
Yeah, like,
I'm not even too surprised. I'm just looking at it like, I kind of expected that. I'm glad I stayed outside.
Wow.
It's a thing.
Right, so I've ripped off the spikes from these stupid creatures, and I've
It
attached them
seems
to
you two got yourself in a sticky situation.
oh god.
But I suggest we pick up as much as we can if you wanna pick up stuff, Hugh. And then we get the fuck out of this cave.
Okay.
It's a shitty cave.
Had enough of this cave.
Shitty,
It's like
bad
a
cave.
magic scimitar.
I'm on 6 life. I'm not sure I want a magic scimitar for that.
I
Is
don't
there
like-
any value to taking these corpses back?
Food! I'm taking some.
Oh yeah, no, like
For armor.
there's a nice liquor. The
yeah, I'm loading
meat
up on
is
this
kind
shit.
of really nice infused crab meat with alcohol, and the
Do you have an
Apparently the-
idea?
yeah.
Do you have an idea how to preserve the meat in them?
I don't have a way to preserve the meat, I have a way to carry the meat.
Can't we just smoke it? Or can't you just smoke it? I'm a
I
vegetarian.
don't think we have
Alright,
time
you
for
don't get a choice.
smoking
You
meat.
can't just turn up at the end of the fight and take my meat, right?
You're taking it? I'm a vegetarian?
Nothing better then. Go away. Fucking
Fine.
with you.
Fine. Playing places.
All right, so you guys drag the corpses out to the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one wants to explore the rest of the cave, I'm guessing.
I'd
Yeah,
explore it, but I'm terrified of caves.
Everyone
I-
kind of moves away from this and eyes you strangely, especially Hugh, who comes out just absolutely soaked in both purple and red blood.
Don't worry, he's a cocktail. Byron, I'm not really comfortable going in.
You should leave the cave. You're trapped now behind me and him. You can't move.
I think you can go past the gnome.
It's my life now.
Oh,
I actually do want to explore the last bit of the cave in the back.
Yeah. Me and Nim will go handle
Where,
it.
down here?
No, there's 2 little bits of the cave left. There's one up here.
Up at the top?
Okay, yeah.
Let's go. Me and Nim will
Wander off that
Uh,
way.
yeah. You guys can like smoke the lobster meat, cavefish meat
Yep,
while
I'm
we're...
just sitting here, sewing away, putting the spikes on my armor, and eating while I'm doing it.
So you guys see
Gonna start the
a
fire.
very deep ravine. Like you cannot see down to the bottom. It's about 5 feet across, and there's like a little ledge on the other side, but it stops. Like it looks like it goes further back here, but it doesn't really. It just stops.
Jump it! Jump it!
And then we'll just go down here and reveal the rest of it, I guess.
Yep. So it gets really narrow and smelly back in this area. Kind of like a lot of refuse, sweat smells, and looks like this is where the civilians were living.
Then we're done here, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess so. There's a little bit of debris up here, but I think that's probably there's probably nothing here.
I'll have a rest.
And there, yeah, no, you don't see anything too much in this area.
So we revealed everything, right?
So,
Yeah.
Can I Let's see here. Can I do just little detect magic to see if there's anything going on in the cave?
Sure. Although you have identify, not detect magic, right?
Oh, let me
Remind
double
me.
check that. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So like like you can go to an object and be like, is this magical and how is it magical? You can't just detect if
Right.
there is magic.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you kind of
to find that
explore.
spell.
Like in the middle here, you find, kind of like a few bones. It looks like this is where maybe the ogres had lived. There's a little kind of nest in the middle here, and some muddy footprints coming from the mud puddle back this direction. But
Okay.
you don't find much else.
Okay.
Can we see the map in its full glory now?
No.
'Cause I'm sure it's pretty.
No.
I just want to see the pretty map.
Nope.
I
I
suggest
guess we're gonna take a short rest before we move, right?
I suggest
Careful.
a couple of villagers and go retrieve the body of the reverend's and Nim found, so she
Yeah,
can
that's
be
probably a
buried
good idea.
properly. Don't want rats eating
Smart,
her
yeah.
corpse.
All right. It's you guys drag it out.
Cover it with something.
Can we take a short rest, team?
Yeah, an
I
hour.
think it's a good time to take a short rest, recuperate, and then
I don't gain anything because I'm full HP, but it's good for you guys because you're all low,
can
and I don't get spells short rest. So
can
Whoops.
plan out.
I've already
Whoops.
recovered all the spells I can from our last short rest.
Okay, but you can all expend hit dice if you want to
Yeah,
heal.
and you all get a bonus to your hit dice because of the Song of Rest.
Well, I can also I can do my prayer of healing, and everyone can basically get full healed, and then we can rest and get our spell slots back, right? Or no?
Do you get your
Some
slots back on a
people-
short rest?
Yeah, most people get spells back on a long rest, not a short.
Never mind.
If we do a short rest, then you all get an extra 1d6 back, so you don't have to use as many hit die.
Is that temporary hit points too?
No, that's full.
Basically, instead of using a hit die, if you only use one out of your 3 hit die, you can use 2 instead, and it doesn't take it from your hit die pool.
Oh,
So you both get 9, but now you can roll an extra hit die.
Well, just a 1d6.
Yeah, well, yeah, you get a 1d6 basically. Sorry.
Yeah, so you get 15 on Hugh,
Wow, look at all
Reverence
these max
gets-
rolls.
6
Oh, yeah,
plus
Reverence.
something.
Reverence,
When do I get my hit dice back? And what else do I use?
After a long rest.
a long rest.
So it's worth
You don't
using
use
my
them for
all of
anything
them?
else. It's
Yeah, you
worth
might as well
using
use all
as
of them.
many as you need.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Actually,
29,
so at a long
30.
rest, you get half of your hit die back, so you'll get
Two
I guess
if you use
3,
two,
so
right?
1 right
Wait,
now. But
So I get to roll I get to roll my hit die once and a 1d6,
yes.
Yeah.
and I put those together, and that's how much health I just got.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got 5. You can roll another hit die if you
Wow.
want, because you get 3 altogether for level 3.
Oh, okay.
So
So
how
you
much
can
do
roll
I
as
get
many
back?
as you need. You get your 9, and then roll a 1d6 draw.
But you only get to roll the 1d6 once, right? Regardless
Yeah.
of how many hit
Yeah.
die you use. Yeah.
So you get 12, 13 health back, because I'm bad at maths. Unless you used 2 hit die. If you use 2 hit die, then you get the second hit die back as well.
Does Filk have hit die?
Oh, I
Yeah,
spend my
can
hit
fit.
dice.
Or Flick?
Flick?
Is also resting with us.
That's a good point.
He gets at least a 1d6 because he's resting.
Let me find Goblin. Goblin. What is their hit die?
You'd have to look at Volos, right?
2d6. 1d6 then.
Yeah. Are you looking at the Volos or at the monster?
No, just in the.
It's a player character. It's a player race as well as Goblin, so it will actually have its own hit die.
Do we need to carry this
8.
Grab?
Oh, I guess hit die comes from class, not race, actually, doesn't it? So
Yeah, no, he fully heals.
I'm glad. This pleases me.
Do we need to carry this cave?
Are we carrying the monsters
monster.
back? Yeah, because I can just get the goblins to carry them, right?
They're pretty large things.
We got all these humans. Make them useful.
It's not a bad idea.
We don't have enough bags or stuff.
I mean, they can drag it. Like, they don't have to carry it. They can just drag it, right? Like,
I can summon a disc to carry.
So the disc only moves when it reaches the limit of your range.
Right, it would
So-
be following me by 20 feet.
Yeah. I'd suggest we just get the goblins to drag it.
They're pretty
Wait, why do
heavy.
you not think the disc is useful?
I think it is. I just think
Oh.
not in that situation.
Well,
This seems
Well,
like the
I don't know
perfect
what we have
situation.
there, but
We're heading
it's
back to
like-
town with it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, why
Also,
use
is it
spell
smoke?
slot?
We also
No, it's not a
have-
spell slot. He can cast it as a ritual.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't know it was a ritual spell.
Also, we have
Can't you?
the dead lady.
Oh yeah, I can cast a ritual.
Yeah, I thought that's why you took it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was being heavy on the rituals. I thought it was one of my non-rituals, but you're right. It's a ritual spell.
It's a ritual.
So I
it's
can-
fine, use it.
Okay. So I
what
can bring up
color
the,
is it?
pearlescent white.
Hopefully this is white. Brr.
Alright, and I guess we Scott. Is everyone healed and ready to go?
We are. I'll take the
Hugh
net.
has his fancy spiked armor so he can hook people to death.
Nice. I'll take out the net and put the dead lady in it, so we can carry it easier. Well, yeah, you.
Why don't we just put her on the disc?
With the cave fisher?
The food?
They're dead, right?
Oh, yours looks nicer.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah, they are dead, and the lady is dead
More
too. All
respectful
right.
to stuff someone in a net.
Yeah, no,
Carry
you-
it.
We can
these are good points
we
here.
can make a
Here.
makeshift dragging. You know.
I don't think putting someone's body into a net and then dragging it around is very respectful.
Well, no, there's the you take two pieces of wood, tie them together, and then put some branches on it, and then you can drag shit.
I think we just use
I
Fine.
need to shrink it. It's
No, no.
too big.
If it can fit on the disc, whatever.
Hold on, it's 3 feet in diameter.
So just make it a 5x5 then.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could just shrink it here.
Oh, you can shrink. I can't shrink.
Oh, you
I
can't
don't
shrink.
think
Okay.
anything's gonna fit on that disc actually.
You could put the, yeah, you could probably put one body on it.
Put the girl
Oh,
on
yeah.
it, and then
Put the girl on it. She can be kind of carried back home in state
We can drag the monsters back.
in the net. All right.
Yeah, and the net.
There we go. Everybody does what they need
We
to
can
do.
take a stick and then have people have the stick going through the net and people carrying it on their shoulder. That way we don't have to drag it.
Like a hobo.
Makes sense.
Well, you know,
Alright.
those cannibal cartoons where they capture somebody and tie them to the stick,
Yeah.
and then have like
yeah.
a person in front and then a person in back carrying them.
So I went the other route. I went with the hobo stick route from that.
Oh, a
description.
bindle? It's called a
Yeah,
bindle.
yeah.
They're pretty heavy to do that.
All right. So we are good to go then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
like lash. If we want to drag something, we could lash ropes around it, and it could pull like 500 pounds.
Yeah, should we take one of the ogre bodies back?
I
with
can
us
pull
as well?
500 pounds.
I don't think we
Yes.
need ogre bodies. We can
But it
pick
would be
up.
dragging the whole way, so that would be hard on whatever's being drug.
Hugh, do you want
Refuse
it?
to carry
You
anything.
want its head from the ogre?
I mean, he already is he sticking the
Of
head
course.
to his armor?
I'm gonna shrink the heads and use them as like ornaments, but just use the spikes for the actual armor.
Well, we're set to go then. Those.
All right. So yeah, you guys start. You guys start wandering back to town, and pretty uneventful, thankfully. You guys pass the pit trap area. It looks abandoned. Apparently, those guys that you sent back. Well, they left this area at least, and you get to here. So you guys are now. You guys are back at Nightstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember how. What is the? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you guys, with your collection of all the things and doodads, I think this is everyone that should be here. If I'm missing somebody, let me know and I'll add your token back.
References level to Villandale, Hugh, Nim. Nim is slightly. Oh no, it's not. It's on the map. It's just I wasn't scrolled up.
Yeah.
Single.
We move towards the drawbridge.
Yeah, let's get moving in.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Things are supposed to be half-sized on this map. Well, okay. Some things are going to be weird sizes.
Yeah, we'll just deal with it.
They're giants now.
This map's dumb because they decided to make it 10 feet per square instead of 5.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Is it because
Alright,
there's
so-
not enough space in
There's, kind of a ragged cheer from all the civilians as they troop into town. And I'm just gonna plop everyone down here and then shrink them in half. I think that's about right. And lots of hugging and cheering and happiness.
Good job, guys. There's a horse stuck in a roof over there.
No question.
Where?
What's been happening in this town? What's been gone?
No, it's not.
There's debauchery if they've been engaging in.
It's outside there.
Its name. What's the name of the horse from Witcher?
Roach.
Is it Roach? Stuck
Yeah.
on a roof.
Yeah. Roach gets stuck everywhere.
So, and you guys come in. If you remember correctly, when you guys were leaving, they had been dragging boulders out by attaching the horses. So, basically, wherever you see boulders now, there aren't boulders. They've managed to kind of clear out the town of
Still
all
giant
the.
holes.
There are definitely still, huge divots, and there's kind
I
of
do
a.
notice that the Nightstone Hole appears to have disappeared.
I think somebody's just on top of it.
No, there's like filling. There's a square over it.
Oh yeah, wait. Why did we do that? I think somebody said they filled it in.
I don't remember that.
Me
I don't remember
neither.
that.
Maybe.
Well, then maybe I accidentally filled it in when I was trying to get. Yeah, okay. I was trying to cover up
Oh, the stones.
the stones and then forgot that was not a stone. So yeah, that's still there. My bad.
So they cleaned up the pee and the ink.
That seems to have absorbed into the ground.
Still here, look.
But yeah, all the rocks seem to be gone now. And so where is the chief guard person? I move people around a lot.
Vulcan?
He's up here. Zolkin's up here. Yeah, so he comes down and he says, "Oh, well, great job. You found everyone, it looks like.
Yeah.
We already got the people that you sent back earlier."
Yeah, we have one unfortunate casualty, and I point to the lady hovering on the disc. We were a bit too late for her. The rest should be
Yeah. Well,
fine.
so somebody overhears you and says, "Well, there were others that were taken and disappeared, but we don't know what happened to them." And then Morak, who is one of the guys, remember you rescued, he was the one that saying
Yeah.
effing adventurers to you. He kind of wanders over at the same time and says, "Oh, that was the first pit crew. I think they got buried with the pits."
Shame.
So there was an initial group of people that had been forced to dig pits and were just tossed into the bottom of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you did lose more than one villager, but you still made out pretty well.
Except most of them.
We're still gonna get paid.
Were you promised gold?
I think so.
I feel like I was just gonna say that.
We were promised an unspecified amount because they had no idea what was going on.
Yes, that was the terms.
Yeah, so Zolkin says, I suppose Elrord is in order. You're gonna need to go talk to Kella. She's down at the keep now, and I think she's trying to take stock of things.
This is why towns stay poor.
Oh. You can forgo your reward, but I need some gold to...
Spells don't write themselves.
There you go. Swords need sharpening, bellies need filling. It's an expensive job.
I need some spells to spend money on.
Oh, you need to find spells?
When I level up, I get 2 spells, but any spells that I come across, I can copy into my lots and lots and lots of money.
What time of the day
You have
is
to
it?
find a wizard to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it? It's coming. Like that was a full day
Yeah.
of traveling back and forth and fighting. Yeah, so it's coming to night. Everyone's kind of like shuffling off into their respective places. Some of them look happy, some of them not so happy, but everyone relieved at least. Let's just
Get up
move
to
people.
Zolkin and tell him that we killed most of the big wargs and ogres. There should be none left in the caves. The few goblins that survived, they surrendered and ran away.
That's excellent news. As you can see, we are making progress on the repairs, but we have
Good.
a ways yet to go.
Good. As for what happened, they're not even sure either. They just attacked because they saw the opportunity to attack the village. It was quite...
Well, whatever it is, it seems to have stopped, and my focus now is on getting things shipshape here. And as he's saying that, Morak kind of starts grumbling a little bit off to the side.
What's the problem, Morak?
I'll tell you later. And he kind of like shuffles off to the side over here.
Well, I tell Theron. Theron, I assume as a bard you'll go haggle our payment with Kella.
Sure.
And
I
I'll
will
go get
take
it.
I'll take my friends with me. Beater, Flick, and Slick.
There you go.
Let's go.
And I'll go get a drink. Hugh, Voltar,
Yeah.
I'll go in the tavern.
Oh yeah. Get a frosty mug.
I guess me and the gobblers will go find this lady.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna we'll do the gobos and you in a sec. We're gonna go to the tavern first, I think. So yeah, Morak goes in. It turns out that he was the owner of the inn. He pulls a few mugs for you, and he looks around and he doesn't actually see any of Zolkin's guards. So yeah, he kind of leans towards you guys and says, "Look, thank you very much for rescuing us. And maybe I'm being a little paranoid here, but I don't know this Zolkin fellow or any of his crew. And I've never, Kella was here only for a few days beforehand, and they seem to be in control now. And this doesn't sit so well with me. We're kind of out of the way. We don't really like strangers all that much, and now suddenly strangers are in charge. And I had a talk with this Zolkin fellow, and I told him that the lady was, he told me that the lady was dead, which is terrible news. But I told him that's fine. There's an estranged son and heir over in Golden Fields, and he should send word. And he didn't ask even what his name was. He said, "Sure, yeah, we'll get right to that," and just kind of ignored me. So I'm a little suspicious here,
How far is it?
To where? To Golden Fields?
Yes.
All right, so he says, "Hold on 1 minute," and he kind of goes up to his rooms, and he comes back down with a map, and I'm going to drag everybody to the map. Hold on 1 sec. All right, so everyone can see this map now, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, okay. So let me drag everybody to Nightstone here. Okay, so the ruler is set up so it's distance in miles. So you guys are in Nightstone in the middle. And he kind of sketches out a route. He says, look, Golden Fields is up here, right, just to the north. It's, say, 70 miles as the crow flies. But really, I mean, there's two routes if you guys decide to take this letter. And he also, so he came down with the map, but he also kind of waves a rolled up scroll with a bit of a wax seal on it. And if you guys take this letter for me, and yeah, there's two routes. Let me. Why is this not opening? Why is that not opening? Hold on one sec. There's something wrong with my handout. Let me refresh the page. There's two routes, though. You could either go back down to Waterdeep, right, by the roads. Should be a little safer, but it's longer. And then you could also cut through the forest to the north and stay near the river. And then, there, just near Golden Fields, there's a river crossing. It's small. It's not very well traveled, but it's shorter. And you should get there a day faster that way.
Many have mentioned that there are elves in the forest.
Yeah, and we don't really get along very well with them.
I see.
They're actually responsible for killing the lord of this town just a year ago.
Oh.
Well, that's inconvenient.
So yeah, so it's about 2 days travel to Waterdeep by roads. And then once you get to Waterdeep, it's about a 3-day travel up the road to Goldenfield.
Right.
So 5 total that way. Or if you cut north, it's about 3 days through the forest, 1 day of travel to, just east of Goldenfield, and then, you're right there as you cross over the bridge. So 4 days that direction.
I'd have to discuss this with all my party members. A few are missing on another errand. Unless those at the table now want to comment.
And he kind of stares at each of you and he says, look, I know your type. You guys want either glory or gold. And delivering a letter like this is not so hot on the glory. So, I have a little something for your troubles if you want. Like, I'm not going to just ask you to do this out of the goodness of your heart. You're adventure types, I seen you.
Okay, so what's the offer then?
We want females? Before I was an innkeeper, I did a bit of skulking about, and I have a magic item or two that I could use as incentive here.
I'm interested.
I'm done.
And he says, hold on. And he goes back up to his room and he comes back down with a rope, a little small figurine in the shape of a raven. And he says, look here. You can have these two things. This here is a rope of climbing. And
You don't say.
it's kind of... it looks pretty normal, right? But, it can do some fancy things. And he ties a knot around, what? I guess he would have a... What are the little things that you pull to get beer out of?
Beer taps?
There we go, the tap. And he says, look, it's really firm here, right? And he hands it to you guys and lets you pull on it. And he says, now just say the word stuck while holding it.
Stuck.
And the knot just instantly loosens and comes apart. And you can just pull the rope to you.
As a sailor who deals in a lot of rope, I say this is amazing.
I am not
It's quite
interested.
good.
Isn't it, Voltar?
I think it's quite good. It looks quite nifty to me.
I was fixationing. Going, good lord. And this here, it's pretty useful. And he, kind of waggles the silver raven. He says, "What you say to it is, oi, you there!" And then, as he's holding it, and he says this, it's a like a silver statue of a raven, and it starts growing and darkening into an actual raven.
Okay,
And it looks at you with a little eye, and he says, "Go tell the dwarf with all the blood all over his face that he's an interesting fellow." And then, the raven looks around, he sees you, and he jumps over to you, and he says, "Interesting fellow," and then goes back to the dwarf and shrinks back down into a little silver raven. Now, it's only got limited range. It can only go about 24 hours. So that's the only reason I'm making you guys take a letter instead of sending it myself with this.
Right.
But it could be useful.
I'm game. I want the raven.
Still think
One doesn't get.
Wait, we
Your
only get to
offers.
take one of these?
No. I'll give you both. But you've got to promise that you're going to go all the way.
if we take
I mean,
the task,
you
we
rescued
will.
us, so
I
I'm
always
giving you
go
the
all
benefit
the
of the
way.
doubt here.
Never stop going big dick. That's my motto. You can trust a dwarf.
Oh, if we take the task upon us, we will deliver the letter, but I hint our team has different objectives that... It was a coincidence we all assembled here in Nightstone on our own tasks, but I need to talk with everybody alone and decide.
Sure. And then he, puts all of these things under the bar, and he says, "Well, let me know what you guys decide." And he lets you, kind of points at a table off in the corner and lets you guys walk over to it on your own. And
For instance, what does it mean to you that the Nightstone has gone missing?
whatever. I mean, people came and visited it, but not often. It's not exactly like we're a tourist destination here.
Hmm.
It's a big rock.
But you would not pay for
I
its
need the
return.
big rock.
You want me to pay for a rock?
It's a special rock. It's a nice rock. I think you have
Have
a pretty.
you seen what happened to our town?
Obviously something
That's
or
like
someone...
a one-time thing, probably. I think you should calm down.
I'm just saying, do you think we have money to be spending on a rock right now?
Fine, forget I asked. I drink the rest of my beer and decide that I'm not gonna say much.
And he just mutters under his breath, "Adventurers. Always looking for a payout."
I mean, so let's go over this table and talk amongst ourselves for a second, so we don't have to meta speech. With
Yeah.
the tavern
Yep, so you
keeper.
guys are going to do your chatting, and I'm going to deal with Tyrion probably in the little Roll20 chat, so I'm not taking up voice
You
bandwidth.
can go to Discord room if you want to do that.
No, I can sit and listen, that's
Okay.
decent. But let me just handle him via...
I mean, I have got nothing against doing this. I mean, what we need to continue. Does anybody have anything against doing this?
Yes, I want to find out what happened to the Nightstone.
Same.
I agree. I assume my sister's somehow tied to the Nightstone, and that wherever it went, she probably went.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to go
But,
look through the Nightstone, then I'm for it.
I am
We
fine
don't-
doing this errand later, but this
What
is
leads
a
do we
little more
have on the
imminent.
Nightstone?
Yeah, we
That's the
don't
question.
have any leads, where...
This town sounds like they have other options over knowledge about this Nightstone.
So far we know rocks falling from the sky and laughter, and that it just flew up and got taken, but we don't really know where it went.
I'd say we go through the shorter. We try to go through the shorter route. Maybe the elves have an idea. what's going on.
I say we talk to the elves.
Okay, perhaps if we could cut our trip perhaps a bit shorter with that raven. If we could take it in advance, we could cut a day off of our travel because we wouldn't actually have to go there. We could send the message once we get close enough.
We know. I assume the river flows from Golden whatever to here is downstream towards the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was gonna suggest a raft or a boat, but
Wanna go up the river?
that's gonna be too slow.
The river
Slow?
actually flows the opposite direction. Like you'd be
Yeah,
going.
but
Okay.
river boats go upstream.
Sure, I'm just letting you know it would be slower than
Yeah.
like it would be slow.
Right.
Okay.
Let's walk. We ask the elves what's going on. Maybe they have an idea, or maybe on our way we actually see somebody who has an idea what happened to the Nightstone.
We don't have any other better tips, any other leads. So
Not really. This is a. Although the issue with the elves, does anybody speak Elven?
I do.
Okay, good.
I don't.
I've only seen elves in gentlemen's lounges, so I haven't really encountered many elves done business. So
We have spent a bit of time with them, but they're a difficult crowd. But I think I can deal with them.
because I don't think we can fight the entire village of elves.
Oh, let's hope it won't get to that.
Yeah, but I look at Hugh. Many things can happen, and I'd like to avoid fighting with them. But a day faster is a lot.
There's a lot, and we don't really have that much time to waste. I'd say we take the short route for sure.
Voltar, Hugh.
I'll go with you, Vonda. Wherever you decide to go, I will follow.
Thank
You
you,
have
my
my
friend.
axe.
Oh,
Then it's set. We go through the woods to deliver the letter, and if we encounter the elves, we see if they know anything about the Nightstone. This land is. Go ahead.
I'm just saying I approve.
They might know more about the Nightstone and this land than the human and dwarves that live now. So, who knows? They are pretty ancient, aren't they? Or so the books
Yeah.
say.
They're quite ancient, yes, that's a good way to describe them. Oh, well, we're all settled. We can have our rest and set off early in the morning.
Think that's a good idea.
Okay.
We just need Tyrant to confirm if he has any thoughts he might want to share. I think that's good to go. And when I finish the meal and drink, I think I'll go, or somebody can go talk to the dwarf master and arrange a contract, or just take the task upon us officially.
Oh, dude, you're our leader now.
Oh, thank you, but it's flattering. I was never a leader. Always the deck boy, scrubbing decks, stitching
We'll do
sails,
just fine.
and I blush.
Aww.
I mean, Valendil is probably the youngest here. Maybe. I can't really judge age.
Lorenz is around 35.
Yeah. Valendil's only 20-something.
Lorenz doesn't give a damn. Valentine is somebody that can do things without being stared at. Lorenz is pretty much quite self-conscious about how they look and shit. So they're just fine with whoever has enough energy and stuff to lead.
Well, then think we're set. Just need Tyrant to confirm, and then we can take rest for tonight and head out in the morning. Make sure you restock water, food, ammunition if you need so.
Sounds good. Lizard, come back to us.
Lizard man, come back.
Is the lizard that anyway?
Negotiating payment.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a bard. He's perfect at getting money for something he does shabbily.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we might as well talk now. So she also says, you know, the only reason that she can offer you the jewels is because she, you know, found them in the chest upstairs undamaged.
Okay.
But
and can we just take some horses as well? Because we may need them to travel.
she doesn't look thrilled about that.
I mean,
she
it's
says-
going to aid the town in the long run. We aim on coming back, and we aim on bringing the Nightstone back.
Where are you going?
We don't know quite yet, but we're going to go and look. Horses are always useful.
But I don't actually see what benefit to us you bringing this stone back is. I mean,
It's a name.
we need to rebuild the town. Who cares about the stone? That's not worth horses to me.
Seems like
We're
we're the
also-
only people who care about.
We're also visiting many different towns to find information. We can send more people back. And the quicker we do that, the better.
You know, roll a persuasion here.
Thought you would never ask.
I really don't see the benefit. I
You
have
don't
to say.
want more people? You don't want people to help rebuild?
I mean, we need the horses to help.
What use is a horse in rebuilding a town?
You're kidding, right? And she kind of looks you up and down and is like, "Oh, you're a city boy, aren't you?"
I mean, these are riding horses. These aren't working horses. Your men rode in on them.
I mean, oh, their horses? Well, you'll have to talk to them about those. I'm
mean,
thinking of the
for a
stable
moment,
of working
I mean-
horses that we have.
I mean, there's no horses left in the town apart from the riding ones.
No, there were. But remember, they escaped from the stables on two horses that then wandered off, but there were still more in the stables.
I feel like that's retconning. They're fine.
I mean, sure, but no, there were some working horses in there.
Yeah, the goblins took off on them. And then
Yeah,
Nim chased
goblins
them.
took off on the two horses that can fit in the barn.
That's a big barn.
Yeah.
That big.
You have to remember, each like 10 feet. That's a barn that's what, 50 feet by 30 feet. It's a little larger than two horses.
But the Sulkin has assigned you as the person who decides our reward, so he will go with whatever you say. They're the guard of the city. They don't need to travel.
How many horses do you need?
Well, the small folk can fit on a horse of a large folk, so probably 4.
Fine.
And the gems, and that will be enough. And we will be sending people back. People will help rebuild.
Fine. She doesn't sound fine, but she agrees to it, and she kind of wanders back in here, and then comes out with a small bag and tosses it at you.
Thank you.
So, you open the bag, yes?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So there, there's 4 gemstones in it. You're not like is appraising
And
gems
tosses
something
it
that
at
you would be able to do?
Thank you.
Probably
Let's have
not.
a look, shall we?
All right. Let's roll
I have investigation.
investigation. Yeah, but I'm gonna be putting a decently high. Yeah, they're gems. They're kind of shiny, different
I mean, I
colors.
can at least tell the colors, right?
Yeah, there's 2 red and 2 blue.
I guess I'll just head back.
Okay. Hello, puppy. All right. So you wander into the inn and you see compatriots kind of huddled around a table in the corner.
Also, the gobbos.
Yeah, the goblet's fine. Follow you. And I will roll a quick perception for me.
Perception, where did that go? Oh god. Yeah,
You do pick up that a lot of the townsfolk that are rescued are starting to throw, like, they're recovering from the shock, they're settling back in, and they're definitely eyeing up the goblins.
that's fine. I don't care.
All right. So you go into the inn.
Yep.
So you guys see him walk in with the 3 gobos. Do you wave him over?
We do.
Hello.
Do
We
it.
have horses and gems.
Ah, good work. I'm not sure about the courses, but we'll make use of the gems.
I mean, the plan is to move somewhere else, right? And find the Nightstone. The horses will be useful.
Sit down and get a
Thank
drink
you.
and we'll brief you on the situation.
Yeah, I already know everything.
Yeah, that's why I assume it's like I don't have to
We'll just
repeat.
pretend that you've had to go through it. But no, that sounds fine. I do want to find out where the Nightstone has gone. I do want to ensure that what the fuck are you moving around outside this tavern?
Nim has a little automaton that he's just idly playing with.
Yeah, we need to find the Nightstone. Like the elves may have seen something. Also, this giant floating cloud that drops rocks. I believe that's pretty hard to miss.
They must have seen something.
I suggest we do get a rest because I'm spent for the day.
Let's have a long rest.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's get a long rest.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and long rest it up. Recover half of your hit die, full HP, get all your
All your
rages and your spell
spells.
slots and all that jazz back. I think that should be it, right?
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
You get full HP, full hit. Well, you half your hit die, but at this point, that's pretty much for everyone. 1 or 2. Do you round down on hit die? Or
Round
up?
down,
I don't
yeah.
know. Okay. But everyone should be full HP now.
We do things. Let the things load first.
Oops. All right.
Can you
So it's a new day. You guys
you-
come back down to the kind of common area, and Morik says, and he plops down like a few links of sausage in front of you each, and says, so what do you guys decided?
We shall take upon this quest to deliver the letter. We have discussed and found that we may find clues as what happened to the Nightstone along the way. And yeah, we'll lower the letter.
And I will find Zulkin and speak to him. Is he in the tavern or where does he stay?
Yeah, he's kind of at the gate.
Yeah, I will advise him of what's happened, of the conversation with Keller, and that we need to take his horses to help us find the Nightstone and to also help us bring people back to the town.
Sounds good.
He says, you're taking my horses.
4 of them. That's what we agreed as payment with Keller.
Fine. And he kind of waves at one of his guards, and he walks over to the stables and brings out a few horses that are saddled up. So you guys ready to head out then?
We'll hand the gems off to Nim and say you're probably a little bit smarter than I am when it comes to this stuff, so you can hold on to these and see if you can figure out what we can do with them.
Wait, what is this thing?
The tiny thing. It's a Nim
Yeah.
drawing.
Oh, okay.
Nim has a little tiny bird-like automaton that he plays with.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like his like feature.
It is adorable. I just saw it and was like, what? It's moving? What is this?
I made it as small as I could. Nuno helped.
It's fine.
All right. So yeah, you guys, Morik hands over his objects, the rope of climbing and the little silver figurine. Hands you guys the letter. He tells you that the guy's name is
Silver figurine.
on the front. Hold on. I have it written down. Sir Hantinus Nandar. And, he points you on your way. And that's where we're going to finish this time around.
Nice.
We're gonna take a clue.
Good job, everyone.
Yay!
No one's
like,
dead
you
yet.
guys.
Is there like official handouts for the items, like the rope? Like I can find the rope of climbing.
That's a good question. Hold on.
Well, what's it called? Then I can just find it.
Rope of climbing.
What's
I
the other
can.
thing, though?
Hey, I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta go.
Yeah, no,
GGs,
take care.
and good night for today.
Good night, Straw.
Bye-bye. GG's.
GG. Show to players. Show to everyone.
Is it the figurine of Wondrous
Does that work?
Power?
Yeah, figurine of Wondrous Power, but it's the silver raven, I think it
Yeah,
says.
yeah, I've got that.
So that you should now see rope of climbing in the character notes handout, I think.
In Discord is the figurine.
Yep, okay. So that's where we're going to finish. Message me if you guys have any questions or comments or thoughts about where we're going. Yeah, still level 3. And you guys are going to be heading... Now, if I remember correctly, you guys said you were taking the kind of overland route, not the longer
Yeah,
road
through
route,
the
right?
forest.
Yeah, we'll go through the forest and speak to the elves. That's
All
the
right.
plan.
All right, sounds good. I will leave the players on. Hold on. That's not going to let me.
I have to head out too, but thanks for the session.
Yeah, my
And
pleasure.
especially you, Uno. All right,
I will
see you guys
leave
later.
it on this map so you guys can kind of, look at it a bit more and have an idea of where you guys are going. So yeah,
It's a
take care.
straight shot, right? Just north.
Yeah, you're just gonna head north through the forest, I think,
forest,
and then
to the
through the
side.
grasslands, and then there's apparently a rope bridge just over the river there.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. Thank you for the game, guys.
Yep. Cheerio.
Thank you. Good. That was fun.
Ditto.